What's happening, Cornbreads? How you doing this morning? This afternoon? I appreciate every one of you guys. I wanted to give you guys some good tips today and some good advice. What I wanted to do today, I want to tell you guys how to get a girlfriend. Now, I know some people may think that may be, not possible or for you, or you may think, oh no, I don't need one, or nah, I'm gonna focus on my own things. And there's nothing wrong with that. You can focus on your own things. You may not think you need one, but going in from there, well, I got to tell you a story. Let's go from here. So, in life, we have people who are our partners, right? We have, our mother and a father who brought us up. We have our brothers and sisters. We have people that have been in our family and who've treated us well and heal us and give us the things that we need to survive, and the caring, right? So, as a man, you need to focus on, it could be not even about a certain age. You're if you're attracted to females, there's gonna have to be a chance or sometime you get to figure out that maybe one day you'll be with one, right? Maybe one day will be your girlfriend. Me myself, I've had over I think like 15 to 20 girlfriends in my lifetime, I think, and all in together, it's been crazy experiences, good experiences, healing experiences, and heartbreaking experiences. But every time I learn from that person, and they learn a lot from me. I feel like it's more of a learning experience having a girlfriend because it's different from having a wife. A wife is the one that you chose, the one you stay with, and if things go wrong in different ways, you get a divorce. But majority of the time, usually when you marry somebody, it ends up being a good time, right, or a good situation. A lot of people jump into marriage too quickly, and that's why you divorce, right? So let me give you some good tips of getting a girlfriend. First of all, you need to smell good, right? You need to take your showers. You need to wear that degree deodorant or great deodorant. Women, if you come up to a woman stinking bad, it's over right then and there. Right then and there. She don't want you no more. It's done. It's right there. The second thing is your shoes. You can't be walking around raggedy shoes. Women look at the shoes first. That's what they look at. So if you're wearing some torn up Vans or some crazy, out of strut shoes, unless that's the only situation you have where you can't buy shoes, but that's a lie because shoes are like $10 on Amazon now, right? Some nice, good shoes. Um, Third of all, speak wellly and speak fully. I know there's a lot of girls that like shy guys, but if you want to really get a girlfriend, you got to be legit. Like, just be straight up. Like, say, when you talk and have conversation, try to learn about that person. Now, that's a part of the approach, but I'm gonna talk about a little later, right? So, and the third thing about that, what I said before, you need to smell good. Your shoes need to be nice. You need to know what way you're going in life. So if you're going to be talking about, because this conversation is going to happen, so it's like, oh, so what do you do for a living? And you say, oh, I play video games and I broadcast and I do other stuff. Don't say it like that. Say I'm a broadcaster on Twitch, or I'm a broadcaster on Mixer. I am a broadcaster on Facebook, and I have a great audience who work with me, and I broadcast and it's travel. And she's like, oh, so do you make money on that? I'm like, of course. It's my business, the thing that I'm in. I'm a very great player. I play Fortnite and a variety of things. Now, the thing about it is a lot of girls are kind of cringy. They'll be like, oh, you play Fortnite. He must be cringe. Like, there's a lot of situations that happens there. And there are also the women who are PC master racers, quote unquote, that will basically stop watching you if you say you like consoles and they say you're console plebs. You don't want to be with those girls. You want to be with the girls that like every single gaming console, some PCs and everything, right? All together. But that's the field you're in. If somebody plays football, oh yeah, I play football in school, right? You say I'm playing in college football. I got my college. I'm working in college. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting my knowledge. That's a cool thing to say. Say it that way. Or if you're somebody who's younger, if you're in elementary, saying, I like to cook. And I like playing games in the yard, and I'm very fun. Stuff like that. If you're in elementary, right? Middle school, kind of be the same thing. But you're in high school, it's a little different. You can say, "Oh, I'm a star football player in the football team, and I'm doing all this stuff," or I'm drum captain, or I'm in a marching band. I know I play a lot of musical instruments. If you're in the chorus, say I'm a star singer up in the chorus, and I sing with chorus, and I'm a very grand singer that can sing for you, and you straight up make a song for her. You get it? It all adds into that. So you have to be able to say the right way of who you are directly to the females, because if you don't, they'll think, oh, this guy's a nobody. He doesn't have anything going for him. You need to tell the girls what you have going for you, and then they can take that in consideration and then you can see what they're going for you. Now, this is a both thing. You didn't know what she's doing, right? Straight up. You know if she's somebody that sits around all day, doesn't do nothing, or if she's somebody who's working, doing her thing, focusing on her dreams and doing stuff. Like, you need to know all of that, because I mean, I don't know if you guys want some guys want girls that don't do anything, that sit around all day, that don't do nothing, right? Some guys want that. You know, they just want a girl that's there for them and stuff like that. But me, on the other hand, I'd rather have a woman that's actually doing her business, working hard, working on her dreams, so I can focus and try to help her out with that. I'm trying to keep her on the path of moving forward, because if I die, I mean, if I get, die or get hurt or can't move or do all that, at least I want a situation, if I'm married to her, that she could take care of me for that little amount of time. Now, if she doesn't have these three things, if she doesn't know how to cook, if she doesn't know how to work, and if she doesn't know how to take care of you, then those three things are really things you would need if you're being married. That's just a marriage stuff, right? But this girlfriend stuff really doesn't matter, but to me it does, because I don't want to put myself down to that level if it's not going to be something that's worth, and I'm gonna have to break it off and go through heartbreak. You get me? It all, all in the choose of that. You know what I'm saying? Don't jump in too quickly to her to be your girlfriend. You have to focus on who she is, right? What does she do? You get me? So now we're gonna go over into the approach, right? So, you're on a bus, to give you an example. You're on the bus and there's a pretty girl down the way, right? She's cool. You know what I'm saying? You got your camera, or you're just like legit on here, and you may just walk up and say, "Hey, how you doing?" And she'll maybe say like, "Oh, why is he talking to me?" Or she may be like, "Oh, hey, how you doing?" Maybe she wanted somebody to talk to her. But so you have to kind of feel off of what the girls are like, because some of them will be all deflexive, some of them will be offended, and some be like, "Oh, hey, what's up? And how's it going? Cool." And they say, "Hey," so you say, "Hey," and then say, "Hey, no, you don't go to your name directly. You'll say like directly, "Oh, if it's a college thing, you'll say, 'Oh, what major you have?' Or how long you been in Santa Monica, or what college you're at," or stuff like that. If you see her with books and stuff like that, and she's around your age range, you say, "Oh, I'm that," and then what that is, and you say, "Oh, my name's this. My name's Xavier, and I'm a photographer and a broadcaster." And you say, "Oh, that's cool," because a lot of women want to be in the entertainment field and the photography field and all that, especially in LA. It all depends on different places, but that's also a good asset that they'll see. But sometimes those assets can end up being part situations. They may just want you to take photos of them and then be done with it. But sometimes you can hook them in where it's like all cool and legit and stuff like that, and you can work with those people. And then you get the number, you call back, you help out with photos, and then you get to test the waters and see if she's legit a girl you want to be with. You get me? But in other situations, if you don't have any of that and you're just a regular guy that just wants to talk to a girl, you know what I'm saying, in different situations, just be straight up. Say, "Hey, how you doing?" And then say, "How's your day going?" Like, what you do today and stuff like that. And some of them would be offensive, and some would say, "Oh, I did this today." Some of them are very nice. Some of the girls are very nice you talk to. And if she's feeling you and she sees you smell good, your shoes are nice, your clothes are nice, she's like, "Oh my, I catch the snack." That's what you're going to say, right? And then you kind of put that in the iteration of what I'm saying. You get me? So that's how you approach it. Don't be afraid. Be cool. Be legit. Find out who she is. Tell her who you are. And remember how I said to say how you are. Remember, keep yourself proudest of the things that you do, because it's kind of like a lion going to a lioness. You want to say, you want to flex that chest a little so she knows you're strong. You get me? You got to do that. The approach by that. You get me? And then kind of like hooking it in is like kind of being legit with it. It's like saying, after the second, say, "Hey, you want to go on a date?" And then she may say yeah or no. She may say yes. That first day goes, okay, everything's cool, legit. You take her home. Second date, that's when you couldn't hook it in. When you go on that second date and you know enough, it's the time saying, "Hey, would you be my girl?" About that second date. That first date, it could happen, but sometimes the second date is the best, be in legitness, because you don't know when the kiss is going to start, or when the connection is going to start, or when the, laying in the bed is going to start. Sometimes it's the first date. It all depends on how it went that night. It's not even about how it went. Basically, it's kind of like this. Every girl's different. Some girls are like, you take them on one date and then you guys do, or what that is, and then you go from there, girlfriend and boyfriend. Some girls take 3 or 4 days. Some girls take 5 days. You know what I'm saying? It all depends. But the way the algorithm is different, and nowadays people take lesser time, especially in Europe. That's why I love Europe. It's very fun. You know what I'm saying? People legit, you meet the same day, have a good time with them, and do, and then go from there. That's just how it is. But in America, it's a whole nother process where people want to wait 60 days, 30 days, 40 days, but it's a whole completely different in Europe. So I'm saying is that all that adds in together. There was something else I wanted to say here. What do you do when a girl gets offended of you asking or saying hello to them? First of all, you don't let it hit your heart. You know what I'm saying? It's just one of the girls, that you're going to talk to. She may not be the girl for you. And if you saw that right there, that's not the type of girl you want to be with, right? You focus, keep going. Say, okay, cool. What it is? You're on the bus. You sit on that bus. You go back to your seat. You in the class. You know, saying just be cool and legit. They may talk about you, but at the end of the day, you still make that opportunity and try to make the opportunity to be with that girl. You get me? That's how that adds into that. But you remember the steps I told you, man. Smell good. Shoes are nice. Clothes are nice. You know what I'm saying? Brush your teeth. Wash your face. Make sure your hair looks good too. Make sure your hair looks good. I tell you that again. And make sure your hair smells good. Make sure your hair smells good, because if you get a hug, she don't want to have to smell some dirty hair. Make sure your hair is clean. Got to shampoo that hair, guys. Don't forget to do that, right? And deodorant, 100% deodorant all the way around. And also you can kind of add some cheat to it. You can add like get some cologne, some nice cologne. That kind of is a cheat. Just how females use perfume, men can use cologne. It's the same process. Me myself, I don't like using it. My dad does, and other family members do, but me, I don't. But that is also another cheat you can do. And kind of hooking that all in, say you would be my girl, take her to nice places. And I know you guys are probably wondering what type of places you take your girls, or the girls you want to be, what type of date places. Places you don't take. I'm going to say first, places you don't take your girl on the first date. Don't take her to McDonald's. Don't take her to Burger King. Don't take her to what is it? Jim Dandy's. Don't take her to Church's Chicken. Don't take her to KFC. No fast food. If you're gonna take her to a place, take her to Red Lobster. Take her to Arby's. Not Arby's. No, not Arby's. Chili's. Chili's. Take her to Chili's. Take her to nice restaurants. Those are great dates. Or you could do something like this. Take her to Venice Beach. Or take her to the river. If you're in the South somewhere, you have a nice river. Take her to the river, like a nice picnic. So go to the grocery store, get you a little basket, fill it up with nice food, and then go to the river and have a meal, have a nice picnic on the waters. And that can be going for Atlanta too, because a lot of people do that out there. You could take her to a little, a nice party or a nice club, a nice bar, stuff like that. But I wouldn't say bar first, because bar first is kind of like a little iffy. I would say bar should be maybe second or third date. Because if you take her to bar first, it's kind of weird. She'd be like, why is he trying to get me drunk? What is he doing? Like, some girls would be a little confused by that, and it'll kind of offend them if you take them to a bar first. And if you don't have a lot of money in all these situations, that's why I said before, the picnic is the best way. Take her to the park. Take it to the park, have a nice picnic, buy some food from the store, put it out together, make her some sandwiches. Or you could do, if you have your own home and apartment, say, hey, straight up, hey, clean your apartment out and say, hey, legit, you cook her an entire meal, make a delicious meal. And I'm not talking about no dirty meal. I'm talking about a delicious meal. Make it for her, cook a nice meal. You guys have a conversation and talk at your own apartment. She's looking over the balcony, having a good time. Everything's legit. And you go from there, because she can see what it is if she has that piece of pie, which is you, and what it is when you have a piece of pie, which is her, if she sees a variety of places. But you have to be careful. I wouldn't say take the girl to your house on the first date. Mother always said, be careful with your house, because if anything breaks off of there, she gets offended, she probably could send some people over, or she could try to kill you in your sleep. You get me? I would say you need to trust that woman before you let her in the house. 100% all the way around. You need to trust her. So that'll be a third date thing. That's more of a third date, fourth date. You take her to the house. You do all this stuff. Unless you already did the first date, which some of you guys do nowadays. You young people do it all the time. Then it's a little different, because either you're gonna be at her house, or you're gonna be at yours, or a hotel. That's kind of like three places, right? But yeah, it's kind of all adds into that. You hook it in, you take a nice date, and some dating tips is basically just to be happy. Don't ever. Let me show you an example what you don't do at a date. Don't do this, because if you do this at a date, she's gonna be extremely offended, because she'll think that she's not important enough for you to not be on your phone. Now, if she does it to you, at that point, it's like, oh, ain't nothing, cut that off. Unless she's messaging her mother, or like different situation like that, then it's a little different, right? But yeah, that's when in consideration, like, But I don't get offended by it. I never had anybody go on the phone when I've been on a date with girls, because mine's are really out and about, and it's a whole different variety of type of dates that I do. So that never really happened to me. But as a man, don't do it. If the female does it, let her do it. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, she'll talk with you. She may have some messages, some friends, or some family, or stuff like that. It's okay. But if you do it, yeah, she kind of takes that into consideration. Now, what is dating attire? Okay, dating attire is going to be, make sure you have maybe a button down, even a pink button down, or a white button down, or a black button down, some nice pair of jeans, some nice shoes, it all depends what you want. I wear dress shoes. I wear Jordans. And I wear my all white shoes from Swiss. So I have different shoes, but I make sure they're clean and they're nice. I wear a button down, I wear some nice jeans. We have a good time, cologne on, hair's fixed up, clean, smelling good, feet smelling good, shoes looking good, everything all around. And I'm ready and I'm classic. I'm walking with pride, knowing that we about to go on this day, have a good time, be legit. But remember, you have to be yourself because she looks at that. She sees, okay, are you legit? Somebody who's that I want to be with, that's clean, that take care of their body and take care of their house. Now that's what I said about the house again. If you have a dirty house, she's gonna think you're a dirty man. So as mother always told you, try to clean up your house, clean your restroom and all that, because one day there's gonna be a woman that has to go in there, and once she sees that, she'll take that in consideration and say you're a dirty man, and she doesn't want no dirty man. You get me? You get me, guys? I'm trying to wonder if I can tell you guys anything else. Yeah, I would say just be yourself, stay clean, shoes clean, clothes clean. Don't be afraid to make that first approach on the street or in different areas. Sometimes the approach is given to you. Sometimes she'll say hey to you. Say hey. She may say hey to you, and then that's when you jump on it. When the girl makes the first move, you better jump on that because legit she has an initiative. That she's legit and cool, and you have to make sure you check backgrounds and stuff like that. Nah, that's some people do that. They're like, I'm gonna background check this man, because the females are always background checking you. You know what they do? They search your name on Google and they look at everything, and see who you are, see who you work with, all the way. That's what women do. Now, men should do that too, because sometimes they can get fooled if they don't find out who that girl is. Now, don't be crazy, don't be a stalker or nothing, but if you know her name, just search it up, see what she does, like see some legit stuff that's a part of her. You know what I'm saying? If the girls are doing it, might as well be the men too. But don't take too much of that in consideration, because every person is different from their internet lifestyles, like what the person is in like real life. Now, me on the other hand, I'm actually really positive. That's just with me. In my stream, that's me. That's just straight up me, right? But a lot of people put up these fronts on the internet. So she may be fronting up, taking these crazy pictures and doing all that and doing all this stuff. But in real life, she may not be like that. So make sure you're taking that real life feel of a person, and also taking some time of the streamer person of a person, or Instagram person to person, because everybody has sides, of who they are. You get me? And I would say that's from there. You guys, those are some tips that you guys need to get a girlfriend. And also, I forgot. Don't forget birthdays. Don't forget anniversaries. Don't forget to give gifts on the second or third date. Pay for the meals, guys. Don't have her paying for the meals. Take her to places that you can afford, though. But you need to pay for the meals. But when you guys become girlfriend and boyfriend, that's when you can start putting meals in half. Don't be the guy that's, oh, she's my girlfriend, I have to pay for everything, guys. Yeah. No. The first upcoming 3 or 4 dates, yeah. After that, nope. It's going to be split in half. That's how it is. She can't break up with you just because you split in half bills on food. You get me? But once you get that as your girl, then it's different. You get me? You know what I'm saying, guys? Don't be the guy who gets freeloaded, man. Don't do it. And oh yeah, another thing. When you make that approach, by that second time it's in the date, it says, "Hey, do you have a boyfriend?" And she'll be legit. No, I don't. No, I don't. And if she says, yeah, I do, okay, then she's just a friend. You be cool with her. You may go on that date just to hang out, but you ain't paying for nothing. Ain't anybody got time. If she tells you that she has a husband, or or even a wife, because she may be homosexual, nothing wrong with that. But I would say that if she does do that, then yeah, split half. You ain't paying for it. Yeah, nah, forget that. That's not gonna happen. Unless you have the money to do that, then I can understand. But yeah, you could take that into consideration that the first 3 or 2 days you should pay for. You shouldn't be the guy that's saying, "Well, I don't have enough money to pay for her," because it kind of puts in her head that, okay, can he be a provider in some situations for me? Is he somebody who has enough funds to actually take somebody out to dinner? Because you could take that into quota of how much funds you have to do what you need to do. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I say the picnic method is great, because you can kind of spend on what you need to spend and feed both of you guys and still have the same experience. And a beautiful experience by the river, out in the sun, or at a park. You get me? So that's why I think it's a beautiful date. And you guys should try that out with your girlfriends, or try that out with the girls you want to date. Is a picnic date. That's what you try. But it's so funny, like Andre 3000, we never know if it's going to rain at the picnic, if a picnic happens. But I live in the desert, so I don't have to really worry about rain as much. But you get me. You get what I'm saying, guys. Yeah, just take that in consideration. I hope you guys take these tips, and it helps you out and helps you get a girlfriend. I love you guys very much. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. And if you haven't already press the bell, please press the bell to become a part of the notification gang. That's how we do it. Yeah. Have a good day, guys. And please take in what I said. Bye, you guys. Bye.